Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good, Chief? Raheem Williams, what's good? Shalom. What up, brothers? How y'all feeling? What it look like? How's it going? Always grinding, always pushing, always wanting more. Abundance. What's up, y'all? What's up? Talk to me. Answer questions. What up? What up? What up? Talk to me. What it look like out here? What the winter workouts looking like today? Are you pushing your limits? Are you pushing your elements of what you want in life? Let's go. I'm from the Bronx. I'm from New York, brother. Hopefully I can make it home to the motherland. Shout out to the Super Saiyans, yeah. They doing their thing. Let's get it, let's get it. Put those likes up. If you're coming in the building, make sure you like this. Come on, talk to me. I want to do this more often, but I want to make sure I start doing it. Talk to me. Give me some questions. What do you need answers to? What more do you want to see from me? Come on, make sure you like, subscribe. Come on. I'm at 18. I need you to like that. Come on. The more the merrier. Talk to me. Let me get a little instrumentals in the back. I lift too as well. I got a squat. Squatting is a different element. People talk about, oh, you know, I'm scared to lift weights. Most of the time it's because they don't know how to do it. You don't know how to do something, you stay away from it. I think every man and woman should, in one time in their life, should squat weight. It's a feeling of strength that is beyond anything that you've done before. I love calisthenics, but it's nothing like squatting. Don't ever let them get it twisted with it. Come on, 24 people watching, make sure you like. If you want to master one-arm pull-ups, start doing weighted pull-ups. It'll start making it easier for you to move your weight. Let's go, put those likes up. 23 people watching, make sure you put those likes up. Come on. Likes for free, come on. Show the love. It's easy. It's the same thing, man. Depending on what you're doing. I mean, I change it up. I like to slow down my reps. I'll put on size during the winter, you know? I like to have a new look every time. If you ever seen my journey and how my physique look in my videos, you can see that I transition always a different way. So depending on what your goal is, to look more muscular next year, this is where you put the weight on. Good weight, not that bullshit. Most of the time, it's how you being pushed, and if you need help on how you're squatting, you need to really see how you're actually looking when you're squatting. You know, a lot of time people use their back, and they most of the time hurt themselves. So when you're squatting, you got to make sure you're initially starting from the ground up. Make sure your toes is locked into the floor, your quads is flexed, your core is tight, your back is up, your chest is tight, shoulders behind the body. Pulling the bar into the body will help you move up and down a lot easier. How many times I work out? I work out one time, sometimes 2 times in a day. Depends on how I feel. And then I want to make sure I give content, so I got to make sure I do that too. I try to make time for that. How should you superset? Depends on your workout level. How do I increase my pull-ups? Continue to pull up. Or you can add weight to it. So when you're adding the element of adding weight to it, it makes your body a lot lighter. So when you take off the weight, everything seems to be lighter. So when you're working on any type of element of like transitioning to doing one arms or trying to muscle up and things like that, the best way to do that is adding weight to your body. It'll make it a lot easier. How do I increase my push-up reps? Isometrics, and learning how to become, when you're becoming tired, to hold in that session. So a lot of times when you're pushing, you feel like you ain't got no more, just hold it. Getting used to that. As much as possible, you'll start to build that endurance of tension, and then you'll be able to keep on doing it. If your goal is to gain weight, intermittent fasting goes against that. I don't believe that works with the people. So no, gaining weight while intermittent fasting doesn't work unless you're rushing all of your food in one time, and most of the time your body's not taking in that amount of food. So I don't think it makes sense. You actually contradict yourself by doing those two together. Someone who's 41 can still build muscle and learn calisthenics? Yes, it's never too late. I've met guys who's 70, 80 years old that just started and continue to start doing calisthenics. So the limit is on what you put yourself on, you know? I've been doing this myself, and I mean, I'm 37 years old. I started when I was 17. You feel me? And that's with consistency from 17. So it's all on how you see yourself. I see myself as a young dude no matter what, with the knowledge of an older person. So I'm gonna continue to push this body, and it's gonna give me what I asked it for, you know? And that's all you gotta keep on doing, is continually learning. Anybody who's not a student is dead. You can't learn anything, then what are you here for? You always gotta be learning. I always have an ear to hearing somebody or having a conversation that gonna help me grow. Do you count calories? I can't remember, I heard you say it in a previous video. I don't count calories, but I do scale my food. I think sometimes when people go and counting macros, they just put anything to implement a certain number. I make sure I have certain foods and I see how it adjusts to my body. Everybody is different, and your body digests foods different, so you have to see what works for you. If you're interested in a meal plan and everything, hit me on Akeemsupreme and we'll talk about it. Muscle growth, and do you take protein supplements? Muscle growth. Muscle growth. That can happen with food, and you can do it with supplements. Do I take protein shakes? Every once in a while I do. People act like they're scared to take, there's protein that can help you keep up the gains. Just try to stay away from proteins that have milk products in it, you know? A lot of my protein is mostly like egg white protein, or I go a beef protein. But whatever works for you, you know? But I don't do anything that pertains for milk, because then you have mucus, then it becomes winter, then you start to see other issues arise when you start taking a lot of milk. I do recommend bands if you want to work on your pull-up game. It definitely helps, and when I train my clients, I make them use bands because it's a lot easier on the body. Sometimes you're not used to picking up your own body weight. Why not allow the bands to help you get through the movement easier? Until after a while, you'll be able to do it yourself. How do you get better at semen retention? Take it one day at a time. It depends on your discipline. I'm disciplined in a lot of things that I do, so that it becomes easy, but it's all mental. You just tell yourself 1 day at a time, 1 hour at a time. And being conscious of your semen, see it as something that you need to protect. So if you see it as something that you need to do it. And stick on it. Stand on on what you say you want. How you stay balanced? You half and half, whatever works for you. It depends on your goals. Every goal is different. My goal is something a little different. You know, right now I'm doing a little bit more weighted calisthenics. I like that for now, you know? I don't go too crazy with it, but I mean, depends on what you consider crazy. Right now I'm looking at, 200 plus pounds on dips, on weighted dips. I want to see how strong I can bring that number up to. That's a different challenge for me, you know? And then going back to, handstands and stuff like that, because those are the movements I actually do hate. But I'm going to go back to them because I want to make sure that I'm doing it. I'm one of the heaviest athletes that do this, you hear me? So I'm walking around minimum 220, 215, the lightest I ever been, you know? I've gone up to 230, 240. I want to make sure that I'm able to adjust with every weight that I go down or go up. How do it feel about being a new father? It's great, man. And seeing somebody, who needs you is a different feeling. I've done a lot of things on my own. I traveled alone, but to know now that, the responsibility ain't on me just to just leave. I got to make sure I'm around. I'm not one of those dudes that's just gonna have a kid and just leave. Nah, I'm gonna focus on, you know, building something that I didn't have. You know, my father wasn't around, so I'm gonna make sure that I'm definitely gonna be around no matter what. That competition with me and Broly, you know, just scheduling, you know, when we get the time to, because the portion that I was supposed to do is how we set it up. It was supposed to be half on me, half on him. But I think he just went to Thailand or something like that. So, you know, when we could come to an agreement on, you know, him making up half the workout, I making up half the workout, we're going to make something happen. It's never, you know, I'm a competitor. I love to compete. I love to push myself. I love to be challenged. I love to see things that's going to do it. And, you know, when you put the money involved, it makes it even easier, you know, because money going to tell you if you're really serious about it, you know. Put up a little $500, you know, $1,000. Like money, you know, nothing too crazy, but nobody like to lose that, you know. I don't like to lose 500 unless, like, I don't know, some people like to lose money, but I like to push myself. I want to see how far, you know, how much, you know, what my body could take, because that's what's going to really make you the challenge and make you in a definite, and it changes your mental. You willing to take an L? Most people don't like taking L's. They want to look like the victor all the time. There's wins in losing and there's wins in wins. If you know what I'm talking about, it's a different element, you know? And that's even with competition and competing, you know? Some people are not meant to compete. They're just not, you know, built for that. It's a challenge for them. They don't like to see them feeling like they lost something. I don't mind it, because there's a growth in everything I've done. Things that I've lost in, I came back and doubled back my money. I doubled back in my mental ability and my push in my drive of what I really want. I could get dedicated. I could be disciplined. I could be all of that, you know? And that's more than most can do. Do you think one-arm push-ups, pistols, one-arm pull-ups are worth pursuing, or stick to mastering basics? It's whatever your challenge is. Don't allow somebody, if not me or anybody, to tell you what you want to do. You know, if your goal is to do one arm and pistols, I'm not a fan of pistols. I think it puts too much pressure on the knee, especially if you're a person who's above 200. It's not necessary to build the leg, so why do it? I think lunges is way more efficient for your body, and you could build more mass. The pistol looks cool, but the stress it puts on the knee, it's easy to blow out your knee. Why risk that? I think the risk in itself is not necessary. You know, you want to do this for a long time, not a short time. So I always tell people, make sure you do something that makes sense. Doing a pistol is going to do what for you? That lunge is going to give you way more out of that lunge than you ever get without that pistol. All right, so just understand that. And if you really want the element of building a bigger leg, add weight. It's easier, it's more efficient, and you can get stronger. Let's go, build those legs. Make sure you press like and you subscribe. Come on, show some love. Diamond push-ups ain't no joke, bro. I did 200. Keep it up. 200 is cool. How long it took you to do 200? That's another thing. It's cool to do 200. You could break up 50 in a day. That's easy. But if you could do 200 straight, or it took you for 200 straight, how long it took you? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? 20? Let that be the choice of what you want to do. But 200 is depending on who you're speaking to, that may seem like a lot. But for me, I think that's pretty easy. Especially if you've done it in less than 10 minutes, then that's a little bit more of a challenge. You know, 5 minutes, that's a challenge. I'm not into calisthenics. But you are so much inspiring, man. Love you, man. It's good, man. You don't have to be into calisthenics. And I appreciate you coming through, shouting up, you know, because calisthenics is just the beginning and really to the end, because it's going to make you strong in all your other movements. You may not like or enjoy calisthenics, but you want to be strong in your bench, do more push-ups. You want to be better in your shoulder pressing, do more pull-ups, do more push-ups. Hold your body, isometrics. Those type of movements is going to always show up in another realm, you know? We used to have this thing with a couple of my guys. We'll call them random. And then you'll do a couple of random push-ups every day. We'll just do that 5 to 6 times. And your bench will go up. I mean, I'll touch the weights every once in a while and easily go up 3, 4, you know? I build strength with calisthenics, and I'm never leaving it. But don't be scared to touch weight either. I don't do HIIT right now only because it'll make me start losing weight and getting shredded. I'm not trying to be shredded. I'm trying to put on a little bit more mass this winter and really bulk up a little bit. I started out 305 in March, currently 235. Went from doing assisted push-ups to getting a few pull-ups now. Appreciate the vibe. The whole gang sends out. Akeem, bro, again, appreciate you for dropping in, man. Make sure y'all press like, subscribe. Let's get it. Do you talk about fruits? Question, I lost service. Do you talk about fruits? Yeah, I mean, you eat the fruits that you like to eat, you know? And then start eating the ones that you don't. Best tip to getting a muscle up. Use resistant bands. Lots of love from India. Let's get it, man. Salute. Don't get comfy. Salute. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like. And bring those likes up. Bring those likes up. Talk to me. How long are your workouts usually? An hour, hour and 20. I don't go too far because I still want to retain keeping my mass. If I start going past those times, I start getting real shredded. Washington DC, body gain. I don't know what that means. How do you go about training for competition? It's a whole regimen. I don't just jump into a competition. It's a regimen of how I do things. If you need questions about how to do that, hit me at Akeemsupreme at Gmail, or hit me on YouTube, or you can hit me on Akeemsupreme on IG. I'll get back to you the fastest on that. So do that. Do you do cardio? At this moment, I do a little bit of bike riding just to get my blood flow moving, and it helps me to keep up my appetite. So I love doing a little bit of biking. I do it in the morning. And when I'm going back and forth with clients, I like to bike from different places to get it going. Is eating fruits bad for losing weight because of carbs? No, you can eat fruits. Bo Jackson, you can eat fruits, but everything's about some balance. You need to learn a regimen. A lot of times people just go about how they feel about foods. Make sure you know what foods are working for your benefits of building or gaining mass. I train at different gyms. I don't stay at one. What's your take on barbarian training? I don't follow their regimens. I don't know what they do. I don't watch their channel. I just do what I do. I don't really watch, so I can't really have I have nothing to really talk on it because I don't know anything about what they're doing. If you had bad genetics and lifting with calves, I would try to do it at least 3 times out of the week. Have you ever tried neck training? Hey, yo. Definitely don't do no neck training. I don't see the purpose in it. What are you doing it for? You getting punched in the neck often? There's no purpose in it for me to be doing neck training. It's probably a little weird, actually. But if that's what you like to do your thing. I do dumbbell push-ups, man. I love workouts. I love workouts. It's my dream. Your dream is to work out? Think bigger, baby. You gotta be bigger than that. Is rest important to gain muscle? Absolutely. Anybody that tell you otherwise is really trying to injure you. You need rest to build. If you're not getting a minimum of 2 days, then you really gonna hurt yourself. There's no purpose in just pushing your body without any rest. Yes, I do eat carbs every day, and that's the only way I'm able to put on mass, and I will be shredded all the time because that's just my metabolism. It's really fast. But you got to find out what metabolism you have so you can work on what you're doing. Certain metabolism, certain body types can't eat certain carbs, so you got to understand what carbs is best for you. If you're a hard gainer, you need hard carbs. You need carbs that's going to last a little bit longer. If carbs last in your system for long, you need to get something that's a little bit complex so it breaks down a little bit faster. Yeah, that thing I did on on Good Money's channel a long time ago. Is that was a long time ago. That had to have been like when I was in my teens. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been training for a long time, so it's only right. You got to start leveling up. You want to be better at something and continue to push yourself. What about burpee workouts? If I'm trying to stay lean, yes, burpees is fine, but I don't do it often because that's not my goal. Staying lean is easy for me. I want to put on mass. That's tough for me. What keeps you motivated and inspiring with fitness? I hate to say this, but for people that tell me, oh, I fell off because of this and that, I don't like falling off. That ain't something I take keen to. I want to make sure that when you always see me, I'm always on my shit. I gotta look good. I gotta be full. I gotta have this mentality because it's so easy to just relax and do nothing. I gotta be better. I gotta force myself to want more. It's so easy to quit and start and do nothing. Then you start to be like, damn, I remember how I used to be. I don't want to be how I used to be. It's how I am. Anybody that can walk up at me in the street, I come out, pull-ups, I push-ups, I dips, strong, look good, skin flawless. You got to make sure that those is something that you look forward to. And stay dedicated to what you're saying. I can't preach to y'all how to do all of this and I'm not consistent about what I'm doing. I got to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I can't inspire others if I'm looking like bullshit. I'm not going to tell you to get on no carbs or be dedicated and I'm not dedicated. I got to follow my own. I got to preach what I teach and then do what I say, you know, because what's all of that for? Just to be telling y'all something, giving y'all directions and I'm not doing it? I want to make sure that I'm doing the same so y'all can understand it. We have a connection in understanding that. I'm doing it with you. Peace. Mr. Jackson from security. Oh, man, what's good? I remember I used to do security a long time ago. Wow. How's the little baby? Baby's great. Thanks for asking. She's great. She's getting big, you know, starting to sit up more. Parenthood is different. I ain't never expected it. But now I have a lot more understanding about it. Let's get it, man. Appreciate it for watching. Make sure you get those likes up, man. I'm at 81 people watching. Make sure you hit me up. Talk to me. Make sure you hit that like button. It takes nothing. Come on. Breathing advice. Breathe. Best advice ever. In the midst of you getting uncomfortable, and through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe. That's the best way to do it. And continue to do it, especially when you're uncomfortable. Do you do meet and greets? No, not of now. I mean, I gotta get these numbers up. I may do a meet and greet if that's what y'all want to see. I'll make it happen. And definitely, if you're willing to train, you can meet me in the park. Let's get to the money. Do you fucks with bean juice? I don't eat beans. It disturbs my stomach. I'm not a fan of beans. One thing about how you have to realize what foods works for you and what doesn't. Beans doesn't work for me. Every time I have beans, you don't want to be around me. So stay away from the beans for me. But if you enjoy them and you feel fine after, do your thing. Is 100 burpees are sufficient to lose weight or anything else is required to do more? To lose weight, you had to have there's things with foods, right? So a surplus of habit, right? You got to start dropping the calories so you can start losing the weight. It's not just about the workout. No workout can beat a bad diet. You hear me? Say it again. No, that's bad funny. No workout can beat a bad diet. You have to eat better. Some people get away with it because they have great genetics, but not everybody can do that. Don't think that you're everybody, all right? What park do you go to? I go to all parks. I'm everywhere. You'll never see me if you do see me at one park or you see me double videos, it's usually the same day. I normally move around. I don't like staying in one place. Every park has its own energy and I like to sometimes go to different ones. Do you still take cold showers during the wintertime? I do. It's really good for the skin, really good for the circulation. Now you start off with a warm shower and then you sway into a colder shower. You know, especially if you get your push-ups in right before you go in the shower, it feels a lot better. But it's not for the weak-hearted. You have to build your body up for that. How do I build my muscles while being vegan? You have to eat more, consume a lot more. You have to enjoy those beans. How do you keep your flexibility and mobility? Stretching. I haven't followed it with Proof. I haven't seen him in a while. I actually only met him once. I really don't see him often. I don't see anybody really often. I'm usually by myself most of the time. I'm not a fan of locking out. It put a lot of pressure and tension on the elbow, and it's not meant for you to do it often, because after a while you'll start having elbow inflammation and a lot of elbow pain. One good thing about me is I don't have no elbow pain, no wrist pain, no anything like that. It's because I make sure that I'm taking my vitamins, and I'm making sure that I'm not locking out. Locking out only put a lot of pressure on the elbow. When I was younger, I didn't know better, but when I learned and got knowledgeable about it, it's really worse, and actually it's really bad for you. So do better by not locking out. You always want to get to that point of almost getting there, and then you coming right back down. How much water you drink a day? A gallon, sometimes more. How to get into calisthenics if you're really skinny? Start doing push-ups. Best way to do it. If you have a floor anywhere in your area, get to doing push-ups as much as possible. Get consistent. And every other day. Don't do it every day. Build up the endurance, and as you get better, you'll be able to add more to it. Do you still get toasted in the streets being as brolic as you? Do you still get tested in the streets being as brolic as you are? No, actually, definitely don't get tested in these streets. But, this is New York. Anything can happen. You never know. It could be a good day on one person's, and sometimes you have to have a conversation with some people. But, I guess people feel the energy, and I'm a good vibe. But, sometimes you might have to get, might have a crackhead on the train smoking something crazy. You got to talk to them like, yo, my man, get off the train. Go do that somewhere else. But outside of that, always good energy, What you push out is what you receive. So I believe that. So I continue to only have good days. No conversation that leads to anything like that. So that's good. What foods do I eat to lose body fat? It depends. I'll give you one. You want to lose body fat? Start adding lemon into your water. Have I ever thought about this story? Why is this question? Why is it so tough for y'all to believe that you can't have a great physique without steroids? You gotta relax. How can you get bigger from doing light weights? I don't think you can get bigger from doing light weights. And what do you consider a light weight? Soaking your beans extensively. I'm not about to do that. I don't care about beans enough for me to be soaking it for days and caring about that. I get to my food quickly. Maybe if I could slow down and maybe soak some beans and worry about that, then that'd be the case. But for right now, I make 6 meals a day right now. I'm not about to wait for some beans to be soaked for hours for me to be able to get to what I need to get to. I need to get it done and get up out of there. I'm outside almost all day, training people, moving around. My lifestyle ain't about just be soaking some beans. But to each his own. Salute if you're doing that, Thank you too, because you've seen so many results after following you for the 4 months. Appreciate it, man. JB, let's get it. What fish oil brand do you like? Just try to go with a high quality fish oil. If it's about $3 to $4, just know that you need a better one. Try to go one that's in the range of, $10 to $20. If you got a little bit more to add to it, get it, All of it works, man, Adding those supplements can really help you in those joints and those inflammation. So it's not something you take every day, but, every 3 days. You don't have to be on it every day, Do you eat? I don't eat anything dairy. Yogurt, I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't do anything with any dairy products. If 35 pounds dumbbell gets you bigger, go for it. That doesn't do anything for me. White or brown rice, I do both, depending on what goal I have in mind. Sometimes I mix the two. You're a Taurus zodiac sign. No, I'm a Cancer. I'm born in June. How do you know the difference between injury and a good last rep? You don't know the difference from an injury and the last? All right, so if your last set you can't do nothing and all you feel is the pain in that area, you hurt yourself. And most of the time you gotta go sit yourself down because you're doing too much. Learn to see how your body feels. If the last rep have you feeling like you don't want to do no more because it's swollen or inflammation, you went too hard. You gotta slow the pace and keep the tension. Start off with 5x5s, 10x10s, and then go up from there. Build that momentum, build that stamina. White rice better. All right, soak your beans then. Retraction and protraction, definitely. You got to do that. That's how you move. You have protraction and retraction. You need those. You need both. How many eggs a day is too much? How many days of eggs? I don't know. I don't count how much is too much. I've eaten a dozen at a time. I've eaten 6. I eat 8. Depends on what you into. If you're putting on mass, you got to eat. Quickest form of protein to get to the body is egg whites, so enjoy. I do 2 rest days. I do weighted calisthenics, but it's not every day. You got to build up. I haven't done weighted calisthenics in a while, so I don't do back to back. I do it every other day. You still having tryouts for your fitness crew like other trainers? I don't have tryouts. I don't know what any other fitness crew is doing. Saja Raja Abdullah, appreciate you, man. Thank you for telling me that. I'm in Jersey area. Can you talk business about you being my mentor? Hit me on Akeemsupreme on IG, Pooch P, and we see what we can talk about. How often you do weighted calisthenics with 345s? I actually go heavier than 345s. I could get up to now. What was the last time I did it? I did 645s. So 645 plates for 5 the last time I tried. But it's continuously pushing. I'm trying to get heavier. Do I ever take off weeks? Yeah, sometimes you have to. Your body will give you signs and you have to listen. Don't continue to just keep pushing yourself because you think it feels good. You got to give yourself some time. Does more muscle mass translate to more strength? I don't know. I actually don't know that question. Do more muscle mass translate to more strength? It seems so, but it depends on your loads and how you're training. So if you're not training heavy and you're just mass, then you ain't gonna be strong. But if you're moving mass, you're gonna put on mass. But that all depends on how much food you're putting in. So it's all relative. Oh, hell yeah, I missed that school. I missed that gym, Richie's gym. Salute, JB. I remember that, yeah, we used to go crazy in that gym. Do you do anything special for your hair growth? No, it grows, man. You eat the right foods, you work out, you sweat, it's gonna grow. I don't like training lightweight for reps. I like to go medium to heavy weights. Richie's and Bushwick, yeah, I was everywhere. I'm 160 doing weighted calisthenics with 20-pound vest. Should stay at sets. If you want to do more, do more. The archer, just continue to, push the levels, but don't overexert yourself. Did I work out today? Yeah, I did legs. I had to do a little bit of squatting today. You got to do what you know. Legs is a mandatory, even when you don't want to. Do something. Squatting, leg curls, hamstrings, you know. Make sure you continue to push your body. Richie's was a great gym. Sad that they gone. How do you stay shredded? I'm genetically gifted. And then I work out a lot. When I do train, I train hard and I push myself. In the summertime, it's even more crazy. But now I'm trying to bulk up a little bit. Salute from Chicago. Salute. Fist of the North Star. Let's get it. Shout out to Chicago. You gotta relax. I want you in Florida. I want you in Thailand. What does that mean? It sounds weird. Relax. Can you tell us how you're able to stay motivated or work out every day? I just want to be better. I just like to be great. I want anytime somebody asks me, yo, can you do this? I want to be able to do it. You know, not just them. I just like to be confident in myself. Because when you build something, you don't want to just let it all go to waste.
Like start back into acting. Because when you feel it, it's that true. Yo, just the TV in the shoe. It's the beauty about moving. Yo. I'm not a hunky or a bum ass. I'm moving like I'm not that stupid.
Don't have you heard
It's all about energy, what you heard. What we talk about.
Yo, living in New York, yo. You might have to hurt somebody every once in a while. Next time, tell somebody you're doing that, B. That ain't no surprise. You know me? Relax. Do I smoke bud? Every once in a while, but nothing too consistent, you heard? You gotta make sure you gotta keep your head right. You smoking anything, nowadays you be smoking dust, so be careful what you're doing, yo. You gotta make sure you put people in their place, because people crazy out here. And people don't respect you unless you act crazy. You hear me? Especially living in New York. Nah, it's crazy over here. I'm over here in Washington Square, so you already know. These are crazies come over here. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? It's endless. Endless possibilities. I can't speak on it yet because I gotta have it come true first. I don't want to speak anything because you don't know where you're gonna be. God willing, I got some plans, and hopefully He let me see it through. I got a lot of things in my mind that I want to make happen. I would say if you're resting in between sets, you definitely want to make sure you're taking 2 minutes minimum, so you can really recover your I'm sorry, I'm a little off a little bit. Your nervous system. You want to recover your nervous system. So taking 2 minutes in between your sets, especially if it's weighted, will help you. Definitely on fentanyl. You gotta talk to people like, you know, stop playing with you, because they do whatever they want if you don't put people in their place. 1 hour a day. Start off with that. Anything more, you're just going to start burning a lot more calories. I don't need anything more. One workout of intense training, you shouldn't need anything more. What's good? What's good? Hi, Prince Akeem. I started my fitness because of you. You're a big inspiration. Love from UK. Appreciate you showing love. Thank you. And make sure you hit the like button. Appreciate it. Love from UK. Rochelle. Thank you. Do you ever superset weights with push-ups, pull-ups, and dips? Yeah, I do like that. That's a great combination. The weights with the calisthenics, you look like a superhero. There's no actual combination of the two that I like best. Is the combination of those two, calisthenics with weight training. I'm always doing great, man. You speak it into existence. Having a great day is telling yourself, even when you have bullshit things happen, we still have a whole day, you know? We still have we're walking, we moving. We can move freely as we can. Like, you're not in no jail. We have the free will to, you know, go as we please. I'm grateful, you know, thankful. You know, you have you know, people even having a conversation with you, you know? Just thankful in so many different stances in life. I want more, but I'm thankful for what I do have, so I can have more, you know? And making sure that you know, be around people with good energy, you know? Building yourself up strong is always a mental and physical, and it's a presence, you know? You want to make sure that you be around people who, you know, only accepting positivity in their life. I don't want nothing negative. What do you eat? I eat food. Ask what type of push-ups. You can do whatever push-ups. I do close, mid, wide, super wide, underhand, one arm. Depends on what you're looking for, what you're looking to train. Is training for endurance and calisthenics effective to build mass? You can't do the two. If you're doing calisthenics for a lot of endurance and a lot of reps, you're gonna